to the Olsen Angle. Today we're going to be talking about a highly touted prospect, Kendall Milton. He's a 5-star running back out of California, has great size. He's 6'1", 6'2", at 210, 220 pounds. And boy, can the kid run. He's rated there 20th on Rivals.com, 38th on ESPN, and 21st on 24/7 Sports. And you're going to see through these highlights, number one, he does a great job running through contact and always falls forward and gets that extra yard. You're also going to see he has great vision. He does a great job sitting back and letting the play go ahead and progress and hits the hole when it needs to be hit. And it allows him, number one, to break great runs. You can't teach the vision he has. Also, does a great job of making one cut and getting north and south. That's also something you see high school backs struggle with a little bit. Sometimes in college they also struggle with this, but high school running backs definitely struggle with this. A lot of high school backs, number one, think they're able to gain all 100 yards every single carry. And in reality, it's just not the case. So Kendall does a great job of making his one cut, getting north and south, and getting the yards he can earn. And he'll let, the physical ability there of running through players or, juking them out there earn him the extra yards. And that also sets him and makes him a cut above. And just recently, actually, Kendall whittled down his list there of possible schools he would commit to down to 4 on May the 17th. And when you hear the list, you're not really going to be shocked because they're all the blue bloods, all of top-level programs. You're not shocked at all that this 5-star running back would be interested in these schools. He's going to be interested there in Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and Ohio State. And my gosh, guys, the highlights do not disappoint. He runs over people at will. He does a great job, again, as I mentioned there, with the vision, the cut. The only thing I think we might have an issue with a little bit there in his game is the pass catching. And there could be a multitude of reasons for this. I think there's only about 2 or 3 highlights in there when he actually catches the ball. I would, of course, love to see more as I'm looking there trying to evaluate his play. But when you have a guy and a running back as talented there as Kendall Milton, you probably aren't going to throw the ball all that often, right? Because he's able to earn all the yards on the ground. So maybe that might contribute there to the scarcity of receptions there for this running back. But the most important thing is, does he look fluid when he's catching the ball on the select few? And that's what we'll go ahead and break down in the recruiting video here in these junior season highlights. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and dive right into the highlights. Again, as I mentioned, big in a 4.55 40. He's moving. He's booking it. Quite a decent offer sheet. I'm sure he's gathered more since his highlight film was created. Massive carnage there, defenders trying to make a tackle. Did a great job there in those jukes and got right north and south. Contact happened twice behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to go ahead and spin out of it and still go ahead and... Oh, is that a touchdown? Oh, yeah. Wow. Contact twice behind the line of scrimmage by 2 different defenders and still was able to go ahead and evade that and score the touchdown. Great job. Another thing you're going to notice about Kendall is the vision. Right here, he does... I got to hit pause. I don't even care if he scores a touchdown. Right there, guys, he does a great job of waiting for the hole to open. And this is something college and high school and sometimes even professional running backs struggle with. Not so much in the NFL level, but definitely high school and college backs. They try to rush the ball a little too much and the play a little much. But what Kendall did a great job of there was he knew where he was supposed to be going, and he was able to kind of pause right there and let the hole open. He used his vision and went ahead and shot right through the hole. And it wound up, earning a big gain, probably a touchdown. Let's go ahead and get back to the film, though. Made another cut there. And scored a touchdown. It was great vision and a great adjustment and cut there by Kendall to score the touchdown. Again, nice hole. He waited for it to open. Nice stiff arm. Another stiff arm. Almost stayed in bounds and scored a touchdown. Gets to the edge. Cuts right back inside. And, just put on the afterburners. That safety's got to be about 5'9", so there's no way in hell he's going to catch him. But that speed is deadly there for a guy his size. That speed is great. Does a great job reading the block. He knew that someone was going to go ahead and pick up that end, cut right inside, and just went ahead and bounced it all the way out for a touchdown. Great vision, and great job waiting, great patience. The thing is, you can't teach that. It's really tough to teach that vision and patience that he already has. And that's what really separates a lot of okay backs from great backs. And it separates also the great backs from, I don't even know. It separates a lot of the okay backs from great backs, probably is the best way to put it, though. There it is again. He waits for those blocks to happen, and he's also able to evade those guys in the backfield. And as he's got his eyes, he's not only avoiding the defenders, he also has his eyes forward towards the hole. He knows where he needs to go. He did a great job on that run. Saw the hole was a little clogged up, patiently waited, bounced it outside for more yards. Great job. Great job. Not afraid to go ahead and get those tough yards as well. That's huge. When you're not afraid to get the tough yards, number one, the offensive line loves you because they know you are going to run hard for him. And it also makes, not only the coaching staff, but also makes the quarterback feel comfortable with you. When you want to earn those tough yards, you are a favorite teammate for everybody. One broken tackle. A little bit of a hole there. Two broken tackles. Almost went ahead and broke that there for the touchdown as well. But the hole opened up perfectly, and he just probably going to turn on the Jets. Did a good job there with the stiff arm. I was hoping he was going to score that touchdown. But, of course, this isn't a video game. He's just breaking tackles left and right. There's the vision again. He sees that the hole is absolutely clogged up. He looks for one more cut. You didn't see him dancing around in the backfield, jumping side to side like a lot of running backs like to do. He went ahead, saw the hole was closed, looks back to the right, and bounces it right back. He's very decisive. He was like, all right, hole's closed. I need to find my one cut and get up the field. And that's what he did, and he earned the yards. Turned that negative play into a great plus. Ooh, physical. I know those are defensive backs he just ran over, but that was a physical running back play right there. Okay, first pass catch. And he earned those yards. Thought he was going to cut that in, but you know what? It worked out A-okay going outside there. Didn't mess around. Got north and south immediately. Saw the hole, hit the hole. 2 broken tackles. 3, 4. Almost 4 or 5 broken tackles right there. Here's another pass catch. A little halfback screen. He looked fluid when he caught that ball as well. So, even despite the fact he doesn't have a whole bunch of times where he catches the ball on his film here in high school, he looked fluid there on that halfback screen. It wasn't like he had to stop his motion or stop his forward progress there when he caught the ball because it's not natural for him. It's not like he had to focus so hard on catching it. He looked like he was able to catch it pretty smooth and just continue accelerating. And that makes me comforted, at least in the fact that, yeah, he probably can catch. Maybe he's not afforded the opportunity to catch the ball all that often, but he looked natural doing so. And does he fall forward? I cannot believe I forgot to mention this. It's textbook, number one, that he runs through contact and he makes sure he is always falling forward. That is, you either want the yards or you don't. And it's pretty obvious Kendall in these high school highlights wants all the yards. He is not afraid to go ahead and run through contact. And that's not something all running backs do. Some guys are, the smaller guys like, try to dipsy Dan around the tackle. They don't really necessarily like to get hit. Kendall does not shy away from the contact. And I'll be honest, at 6'1", 6'2", that's only to his benefit and advantage. Oh, a little defensive highlights here. So not only does that mean that he's running the ball all game, it probably also means that he's playing defense. So he's playing there on both sides of the ball. And when you're running the ball and you're also playing defense, I can only imagine how tired you are throughout the entire game. And maybe that's why he doesn't have as many highlights there in running back. But if you're playing also defense and you're running the ball every game, you are worn out, especially in high school. He's probably playing close to every single snap. I'm not sure if they use him on specials, but you have to hope they don't, because he used this boy like a horse. Closed down there. Avoided the blocker, got up to the ball carrier there. I don't know what the opposing quarterback was doing there. Maybe he just thought the wideout would continue on his route, but he kind of got bumped off of it. Passed it right to Kendall, though. Guys, on that last run, he also had great vision again. And Kendall alone, right? He's 6'1", 6'2", and he's got great speed. That alone, with the size he has, already makes him a highly touted prospect there at running back, right? Not only does he have the speed, he's got the size. A few different things that separates him and makes him a cut above. He's got great vision. You can't teach the vision. And I understand you can go into the film room, you can go ahead and watch as much film as you want, you can get experience in a game, and that's going to improve. That's going to improve the vision right there for the running back. But he's natural vision. The thing is, he's not even really coached up that much. I'm sure in high school he's getting good coaching, but he hasn't gotten to the college game room, and the film room, and in the college game where they're breaking down and analyzing every single step he takes. They're not doing that. And they're not doing it like they do in the pros either. So for him to already be so gifted there in his vision, that's great. He's going to excel just because he's got the vision and his frame and speed. That already is going to make him a good college back. And potentially even their professional back as well. Another thing that sets him apart and makes him a cut above is he makes that one cut and gets up the field. That stuff translates. It correlates to being a successful college back as well as a successful NFL back. When you are able to gain yards on every single carry, you fall forward like Kendall does. You don't try to, dance too much, dance around in the backfield. You get up the field and you gain yards. That is what sets you apart. He already does those things. Now again, pass catching, we don't know that much, right? He only I think there was like 2 or 3 highlights there of him receiving there, the catching the ball. But on that one, right, on that halfback screen, he did a good job accelerating through, catching that ball in stride, and not looking like he had to focus too hard on it. It almost looked a little like secondhand nature. And when he does something like that, it means number one, I can tend to believe that he is a fluid pass catcher, right? And that translates as well. He looks to maybe be an all-purpose back. Even if he's not the most gifted there at pass catching, we know one thing for a fact. He's a great running back. He runs, with a forward body lean. He falls forward. He's a powerful back, and he's fast. He's got great vision. The guy adds up to be a great high school running back. He's going to be a great college running back. Maybe even have a chance there professionally. Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a thumbs up there and subscribe. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to go ahead and watch this highlight there and recruit analysis. Thanks so much, guys.